Today we are here to speak about uh, the construction industry's backbone, that is construction equipment supply chain, and its main transformation towards smartest way and the data driven uh, journey or its trajectory. I, Janardhan Reddy, founder and CEO of Aki Technologies Private Limited. Aki is a platform which is working on the supply chain management of construction equipments for sourcing as well as the internal management of the equipments as well, with advanced technologies like AI, IoT, and advanced ERP to minimize all the gaps and hassles in the construction equipment industry. Going to the key aspect of India's infrastructure. India is building at a record speed. Never before or never not ever in anywhere in the other countries of the world. So, due to all of the government's initiatives as well as the urbanization happening in the very fastest speed, and that rapid expansion is resulted in development of roads, metros, rails, airports, and various other commercial corridors as well. And the timeline, the need of finishing the projects or completing the projects has got decreased. Let's say if we wanted to build a bridge before 50 years, it would take like 30 years or 35 years to bridge a irrigation project or a dam or any major bridges. 5 years, 10 years, or kind of everything was manual, completely uh, sourced through the resources of manual works. And now it's completely changed. And the current industry also demands lesser um, carbon emissions and pollutions and focusing on the sustainability. And all of these are dependent with the equipments and their performance. And the project efficiency is also determined with the equipment usage. So the ground reality, if we talk about, is the Indian construction equipment industry is completely or 99% of its actions are all unorganized and offline, and which results in unstructured sourcing and delayed equipment availability, accessibility, etc. That in result creates a huge idle fleets due to poor planning for the equipment owners. And there are high downtimes because equipment owner doesn't understand when is the demand that rise up or when it doesn't go down. So because of which he doesn't plan for the uh, season unseason requirement to the customer and sourcing to the customer, supplying to the customer. And the logistic activities for construction equipment movement or the sourcing activity is very much fragmented. And additionally, the management of the equipments, the real-time understanding of the usage of the equipments is not really up to the mark today, till today. And the costs, because of all of these uncertainties, create the increase of the timeline of the project, and that increases the cost of the project and the productivity losses. These are one of the biggest gaps that slows down the India's infrastructure development. So, what do we need in immediate days is that the need of advanced, smarter solutions that can hinder all of these problems or tackle all of these problems. So, some of the activities that can help is by digitization of the complete process, and that brings a higher transparency, real-time fleet visibility, like how much equipment is used, how much efficient equipments work is done, how many hours, what is the fuel consumption, and the predictive maintenance. It doesn't break down all of a sudden because of the poor maintenance of the equipments. Optimized logistics, like how do you understand like who are the fleet management or the transporters who can shift your equipment from one place to other with lower possible costs of the industry, and decision making based on the utilization of the equipments. Like if you have deployed any of the equipments and they are used 1 or 2 hours, basically it has to be working at least 8 to 10 hours if it is considered as a efficient use case. So If you are using lesser in the your requirement, you can plan additional project or additional load for your equipments. So the data is the new fuel for the infra operations in the future. So what, how, and what can be done is like introducing a tech-powered equipment supply chain management activity with a modernized system integrations that helps in like uh, the digital marketplace for the equipment sourcing is one of the key equipment telematics and sensors that can bring additional advantage, and the management activity becomes so easier. Utilization and fuel intelligence dashboards are once again the advanced monitoring keys. Automated job allocations can help the manual intervention of the resources for each and every activity. The logistics and smart billing and documentation, all of these reduces the carbon footprints, bookkeeping, normal phone calls, normal checkups, and reach out to the sites and understand how it's working. From institution based to data driven operations, all of this will be handled with a tech power, and the benefits of all of this activity will be the faster project delivery, the productivity will be increased due to the utilization of the equipments, and then reduction in the costs, and the efficiency what we have deployed, that's and the resource utilization will be optimized, and the emissions, as I said, like if you have any equipment that has to be transported from Bangalore to Hyderabad, uh, though you have an equipment locally available, why there is a need of transporting any equipment from Bangalore to Hyderabad? So optimizing all of the transportation activities and sourcing locally to the maximum possible, that can be done through the digitization and the complete supply chain that can be optimized. And the impact of PM Gati Shakti vision is the tech enablement in the equipment operations is one of the fuel are the initiation of the government projects for the digitization, because if you see many of the projects like Bharatmala and many other activities, all of things are connected with a rapid digitization that creates a integrated planning and execution for any of the projects, faster project life cycle, and the coordination between the vendors, project managers, everyone can happen in a single point, and the sustainable infra development and better monitoring accountability will be achieved. The case study, what really happens is like traditional approach. If you want to source any equipment, you need to contact 30, 40, 50 equipment or the suppliers. And that usually takes like 2 to 3 days or more than 3 days also. And on the other side of the story is the equipments will be sat idle, and that will be not known by many people. And the poor utilization and tracking of the equipments and cost once again is getting higher and higher for the customers. The smart sourcing and digitized approach will reduce all of these hassles with the reduced time frame for the sourcing, real-time utilization, prediction of the breakdown activities that can reduce the project delays, and the seamless logistic planning. All of these in turn create a unified goal that will be the faster, cheaper, and greener execution of the construction. So, what India needs is currently uh, the structured equipment supply chain, telematics adoption in each and every equipments, unified data platforms, and the digitized logistics. And the training for data-driven decision making, like the manager, supervisor, everyone should understand how what's happening with the process, and the platforms, how they will be helpful, and how the optimized efficiency can be brought out of the insights given by the platforms. And this innovation will be the roadway for the next generation infra leaders. The future is equipment intelligence, and the smart sourcing plus real-time data will be the speed, efficiency, and sustainability. So, India's execution of any of the projects will be help with technology transparency and equipment intelligence. And this is all about today's my my presentation about the smarter solutions for construction equipment industry. Thank you.